people that made this film are two very crazy Canadians, Scott and Sam. They're going to be giving you a chat in a minute. They've made some great movies, some great documentaries. We gave them a little gift, which was uninterrupted access to this crazy idea of putting all the band's equipment, all the band, all the crew and everybody on one aeroplane and flying it around the world. The only time this happened 15 years ago, and I landed at John F. Kennedy in a tiny little aeroplane on one of my solo tours, and we pushed the drum kit up to the departures area in a shopping trolley from a supermarket. We sat on the step having a bottle of beer as the sun came up, and I thought, one day I'll do this properly. And 3 years ago we started this with Iron Maiden as a project. We had no idea when it would finish. We had no idea whether it was even possible to do it. The story of how it happened and the story of the amazing experiences we had and the incredible reception from fans all over the world is what you're about to see now. And here's Scott and Sam to tell you all about how they did what they did, because it was nothing to do with us. And as for all the rest of it, you can blame it on Rio. Thank you.
When you get introduced by Bruce Dickinson, you know you've made it somewhere in life. Anyway, my name is Sam Dunn, and this is Scott McFadgen, and as you've already heard, the directors of Flight 666, 666. You know, when Ron told us that we were going to do a premiere in Brazil, we thought two things. It was a way to get out of Toronto in the winter, and it meant we could premiere the film in the best Maiden country in the world. Yeah! Okay, so before we get started, we just want to thank a couple of people. First of all, we want to thank Rod Smallwood. Yeah! Because he's paying me to say this. No, we made a film called Metal Headbanger's Journey. And we originally sent out these letters to all the managers because nobody knew who we were. And Rod was the first manager to actually write us back and say, you know, yeah, Maiden will be in the film. So we want to thank him for that. And we also, a couple of years, it was 2007, I sent Rod an email and it said, P.S., you know, we should do a documentary about Iron Maiden sometime. And he wrote back again saying, you know, I think that's a really good idea. And when we saw the press release about this, we said, this has got to be it. So we want to thank, and then the next step was actually getting the band convinced to let us make a documentary about them. Because as you know, they're pretty private people, and they don't usually like to have cameras in their face all the time. I guess this is okay though. That took a little convincing, and we want to thank the band for letting us in, because now when we see the band, we actually feel like we're part of the Iron Maiden family. And it took a while. We also want to thank the Wyatts, Natalie and Patty, who actually embraced us before the band and helped the band realize we were just nice Canadian guys trying to make a film. And also want to thank BMI, because actually I think they're putting a lot of support behind this. I think they're going to make sure that as many people in the world as possible are going to see this film, starting here tonight. And Fabio from Movie Mobs, who arranged this premiere. Thank you. Just a couple more points before we get started. I think, you know, our motivation for this was two things. One was, this was the most adventurous, challenging, ambitious tour in all of rock history, and we feel that we needed to capture this moment in music history. And secondly, I think, you know, the Rolling Stones, Neil Young, a lot of artists, no offense to any of them, who have had multiple documentaries made about them. And I guess we feel we're at a point now in history where legendary metal bands like Iron Maiden deserve to have films made about them as well.
to also get to know them, about their character and their personality, and to show that there's a lot more to these guys, even than what you see on stage in their amazing performances they always do. So that was our motivation.
So we're just gonna get started, but before we do, we're gonna come back after the show. We're gonna do a Q&A. We may have help from one member of our band. We won't name him yet, but he does play drums. What we're trying to do, the band actually might not stay for the whole thing because they have to go and get ready for a show. You might know that they're playing tonight in Rio. And what we're trying to do, so quickly, this is important. Yeah, okay, first of all, so no video. I know it's, so please try to put your cameras away. All right, yeah.
Otherwise, we'll send Ron on you.
Yeah,
We got Ron up for years, so you don't want that.
so the last thing is we're trying to wrestling today, so we need your help. We want you